My name is Ibrahim and welcome back to my channel. Today I've been tossed the keys to the 2021 Dodge Durango and I'm going to be driving the car from Fort Francis to Winnipeg. Without any further ado, let's jump into today's video. And there it is, people, the 2021 Dodge Durango. And I really like what Dodge has done with the 2021 model year. They slightly redesigned the front end and they didn't even touch the back end. But first, before we get into the design, let's see what it has under the hood. It has a 5.7 liter V8 pushing out 360 brake horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque. Gas mileage, I have to admit, isn't really the best, but to be honest, the soundtrack I get out of this is just chef kiss. All right, moving on to the side, like I said, not much has changed. Dodge kept it safe with the design and I can't be mad at them. Like, it looks great overall. And the wheel option is something I don't really like. They're wrapped around 265 50 20-inch tires. Moving on to the back, absolutely nothing has changed. Nothing at all. All right, moving on to the trunk. I think I should have enough space, but let's see. It's packed with my shit. Let's fix that. With the third row down, you have 43.3 cubic feet of space. And with the third row up, you have 17.3 cubic feet of space. And if you need more room, you have more space down here if you like to store more things. So that's it for the third row for the Dodge Durango. Although I wouldn't put fully grown humans back here. This side, or the third row space is probably reserved for kids only, or people you really hate but you have to drive them places. Me sitting behind myself, I have a decent amount of legroom and also a lot of headroom as well. I know you can't see the headroom, but just take my word for it. You also have some climate control back here, and also you have two USB ports, also heated seats for both sections except the middle section right here. So that does it for the back seat. Stepping into the Dodge Durango, all you have to do, if you want to unlock the door, put your hand behind the handle, it unlocks. Stepping into the driver's seat, I know Dodge cheaped out on some materials. Starting off from here, they use a lot of soft touch materials, and I was expecting to see leather because, you know, this is the RT and the V8 model as well, but at least you do get some contrast stitching, and which looks very good, to be honest. And I really love the updated interior. And to start the car, all you have to do is put your foot on the brake and push the start stop button and it comes to life. The use of materials in here, I don't know, it's a bit cheap feeling, but like I said, in high touch point areas they are not really bad. It's just low touch point areas like here where you have, you know, hard touch plastic. You know the vibes, they had to cheap out at some point, or in some parts, to keep this car affordable. And like I said, I can't be mad at them now because most manufacturers do that these days. Here you have your heated seat controls, your heated steering wheel, and they don't feel expensive, but they don't feel cheap at the same time. I am glad that they're not piano plastic like it is down here. I can live with this, I admit, but right here, this is the sweet spot for me, because unless you have oily fingers or you've been eating a lot of Cheetos, then I don't think you have, or you leave fingerprints on here. This infotainment system was where the old Dodge Durango was lacking, and I'm happy they came out with this facelift, because here you can just interact. You don't have to even interact with this part. You can do it all through the infotainment, or you could choose to do it down here, whichever one you prefer. I like to use this because I just prefer the feel of physical buttons as opposed to, you know, just playing around with the screen. But overall, it's a great car, to be honest. It's a great truck. I know I keep saying car because I just generalize anything that has 4 wheels and that drives as a car. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is here you have a two-person memory seat. I haven't had to use it because I've been the only one driving, but if you're sharing this car with like your partner or your sibling, at least you have this. I probably shouldn't have done that, but what the hell did I do? Besides, who drives like this anyway? With the increasing gas prices, honestly, I think the V6 would do you better because I've driven the V6 and I've driven the V8 as well. If you're more about the soundtrack, then I suggest you go for the V8, but if you're all about just having the Durango and driving something comfortable, then just go for the V6. You won't be disappointed either way. And yeah, that does it for the Durango. Let me know what you think about the truck in the comment section, or is there something you prefer around this price point, or if there's a car you'd like for me to review, let me know. And this was a minor review as well / road trip because I figured this is a facelift, so there isn't really much to talk about in terms of updates except for this. And honestly, the previous gen, this was precisely what it was lacking, and I'm glad Dodge came out with an update for this, at least before they bring out the new generation, and I'm excited to see what they have